Welcome back. Do remember, all our top stories can be found on our website. That's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We also encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. The State Security Service in Kano State have arrested 5 persons allegedly connected to the creation of sleeper ISIS training cells in Kano State. The State Director of the DSS, Abdullahi Chiranchi, told journalists yesterday that the arrest was a significant breakthrough in blocking every possible means of making Kano a training ground for terrorists for the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, ISIS. He said those arrested were from Kogi State and were traveling to Libya, Morocco, and other places with ISIS presence. He did not, however, divulge their names. Mr. Chiranchi also said members of a 9-man international cattle rustling, armed robbery, kidnapping, and car snatching gang that have been terrorizing Kano, Kaduna, and residents of Niger Republic have been arrested.
The suspects upon arrest were subjected to various techniques of investigation, which led them into confession to their crimes. They also confessed their involvement in car snatching and armed robbery. They equally mentioned the names of some of their partners in the crime. This led us to widen the scope of our investigation into the activities of these criminal elements. The efforts were rewarded with the arrest of the following: 5 of them. 37 9mm rounds of ammunition were equally recovered from these criminals. Also recovered are items ranging from money, diamond and gold jewelry, brocade, expensive wrappers, vehicle belonging to unlisted individuals who the group attacked in their residences.
Now it's 1 year since the 8th Assembly of the Nigerian Senate was inaugurated. Let's see how legislators in some of the states' houses of assembly fared in the last 365 days. In this report, we'll take a look at the bills passed in a few of the 36 states of the Federation.
It's been a year since the 8th Assembly was inaugurated, and houses in various states are reviewing their activities. Lawmakers in Imo marked the day in a unique way. Dressed in Igbo regalia, they conducted the affairs of the House in the local language. The legislators maintained that they have lived up to expectation.
We have been able to synergize with the executive and the judiciary to bring forth a stable Imo State. And this is evident in the quantum of development Imo has witnessed within the past 366 days.
It's low-key in Abia State, but the Speaker held a briefing with journalists where he told them that the 1 year in office of the legislative arm of government has yielded results.
Captured what we call the priority legislations, looking at where our state was then and where we need to be, legislations that will help us move our states forward.
The occasion was also marked in Akwa Ibom State, and the Speaker assures the state government that the House will be responsive to the needs of the people. In the North Central, lawmakers in Kwara State gathered at the chamber to pass 6 bills, 3 motions, and presented 23 reports.
With this set of legislators, Kwara has never had this growth. The numerous landmark motions leading to resolutions speak volume of the robust debates that came up on subject matters that are of immense significance to governance and by extension the well-being of good people of Kwara State.
The House of Assembly remains a critical backbone in democratic governance. That's why many are expectant that in the remaining days of the 8th Assembly, laws should be enacted to benefit Nigerians.
Let's turn our attention to the health sector now and see what's happening currently. Take, for instance, in Imo State, where the Association Resident Doctors at the Federal Medical Center in Owerri have joined their counterparts across the country to embark on a nationwide strike to press home their demands from the federal government. During a visit to the Federal Medical Center, the FMC Owerri, the president of the chapter, Dr. Victor Dike, said it's become necessary for the Association of Resident Doctors to go on strike following the inability of the federal government of Nigeria to meet their demands, and as such it caused untold hardship on its members considering the economic situation in the country.
Doctors in FMC Owerri have obeyed the national directive for resident doctors to join the nationwide strike declared by the National Association of Resident Doctors to press home certain demands that borders on residency training policy and the remuneration injustice suffered by resident doctors across the country, as well as the issue of pensions as affects resident doctors. The remuneration injustices include our members in state teaching hospitals are being owed salaries ranging from 4 months to 10 months. And you can attest that this is inhuman and unjustifiable in these present-day economic realities. Most of our members in most teaching hospitals too and tertiary centers are paid percentage of their salaries. Government had at a point in 2013 brought out a circular that doctors should be placed at a certain place in the salary scale. Some medical directors in tertiary hospitals obeyed, while some did not. And that is why we are where we are today. So we are calling on government to press on the defaulting medical directors to ensure that resident doctors are properly placed and are paid their right salaries.
Meanwhile, in the southwest, Ondo State Governor Dr. Mimiko has appealed to workers in the state to call off their strike action. Addressing the labor leaders at the government house in Akure, Governor Mimiko explained that his inability to pay workers is due to the present economic recession. However, the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC in the state, Comrade Bosede Daramola, insists that the struggle will continue until the state government meets their demands.
We have been very considerate for many reasons. We're activists in our own right too, and you have always supported us as government. And we have always thought, at every critical juncture, that the least we can do is also to support you. That is why our policies have been your consideration first before others. Number 3, consider my commitment to you that I will not retrench. Consider all of this, consider Nigeria of today. Let us call off this strike.
For somebody who has not been paid pension for 4 or 5 months, some of them are on drugs. Even those of us that are serving, some of us are on drugs. Are we able to buy these drugs? Are we able to eat? But because we want to show our anger and we want to go out, those who are saying it's RNG, they are now coming to say it's not an RNG thing. Either it's an RNG thing or it's an RNG thing. The fact remains that we will continue with this struggle because it is a struggle we all believe in.
Away from labor issues to national development, elder statesman Professor Ben Nwabweze is hopeful that Nigeria will go through restructuring and transformation into one nation. The professor of law and a senior advocate of Nigeria believes the convocation of a national conference, setting up a reconciliation commission, restructuring of the federal system, amongst other ideas, are the only solution to national unity. He was speaking during the presentation of his new book, which tackles the national question and corruption as Nigeria's 2 most challenging and overriding problems.
It's an occasion that attracted dignitaries and personalities, including the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, retired Major General Ike Nwachukwu. They're here to celebrate legal luminary and the first senior advocate of Nigeria, Professor Ben Nwabweze, on the launch of his latest book entitled The National Question and Corruption.
The honor he has brought to Anambra State, I want to tell him, will not go unrecognized. And many more. We have great sons of Anambra playing heroes all over the place in Nigeria.
Known for his writing prowess, Professor Nwabweze has written and published over 32 books. The latest captures his strong and consistent concern for the unity, stability, and prosperity of Nigeria. The reviewer speaks on the three-part book of 20 chapters.
Professor Nwabweze admits, however, that the problem of corruption is a most challenging one. But he maintains that it has nothing to do with the, quote, soul and the substance of our nation.
By God's grace,
the book is finally unveiled to the public.
Hereby unveil this book. Caption, the title of this book is The National Question and Corruption by Ben Nwabweze.
Goodwill messages pour in.
Your contributions were immense, and helped to shape the evil agenda with which our people went to the National Conference and asked, because at that time we developed the need for 6 zones, and out of 6 zones, and fairness and equity and justice for all in Africa.
And then the author, who is also celebrating his 85th birthday, speaks on his passion for the nation's stability, which the book focuses on.
The transformation of Nigeria is part of my passion. Although things are not going well right now, but I still hope and pray that this country will be changed for the better.
The subject of corruption has become a topical issue, and the author believes the book will form part of lasting solutions to a problem that has become a menace.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up after we tell you about industrializing Ondo State, the Army donates boreholes to a community in Kaduna. Don't go away.